motion was supported by a 30-paragraph affidavit which is being brought in pursuant to Section 17 of Anti-Money Laundering Act. Maina is accused of being involved in pension fraud running into over 100 billion naira. The Federal Civil Service Commission dismissed him in 2013 for absconding from duty, but he returned to the country in 2017 and was reinstated as director in the Interior Ministry. Following outrage, President Muhammadu Buhari ordered his dismissal and remanded a probe of his report. Immunization has been described as a key factor that plays a major role in health management of humans, especially the infants. Its importance cannot be overemphasized, as medical experts say it helps in eliminating the 6 child killer diseases that affect their growth and development. In this report, MCL News spoke with medical practitioners who highlight more on the importance and the benefits of immunization. Ihoma Judge completes the report.
The provision of adequate health care is one of the statutory responsibilities of every responsive government to her citizenry, as a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. One of such health programs is immunization exercise. The usual routine immunization exercise organized by the federal government in conjunction with World Health Organization is ongoing to give vaccine to infants between the ages of 0 to 5 years. MCL News visited the immunization center and captured some mothers with their infant children to immunize them against some of the contagious and infectious diseases. Medical practitioners highlight more on the benefits and the importance of immunization.
Immunization is a process of introducing vaccine into the body of our babies from 0 to 5 years to help them fight the killer diseases. These killer diseases has no drug for their care. So that is why the Federal Ministry of Health is making every effort to make sure that these vaccines are available at every health facilities. But once a child is born in a family, it attracts visitors, it attracts families, friends and relations. And these relations coming, most of them are not immunized, and most of them have these tuberculosis or these diseases that are immunizable. But once they come, they want to see the baby and they want to carry the baby. And when they carry the baby and they are infected, they will also infect the child. So that is why we advise mothers to immunize their child, especially 6 hours after birth. It's necessary.
The medical experts say that children who are not immunized are prone to infectious diseases, whether airborne, waterborne, or physical contact, as their immune system is weak to fight diseases.
At 6 weeks, the baby will receive Penta 1, PCV1, and OPV. Just like that, after 10 weeks, you have after 6 weeks, 10 weeks, from 10 weeks, 14 weeks, 14 weeks to 6 months, 6 months, 9 months, 9 months to 1 year. Unless there's a time the government will say, go and give these babies booster dose. Booster dose, that is giving them another one to help the already one giving to work very effectively. So once you don't immunize that child, that's 6 hours after birth or within that first week of life, and visitors will be coming. You know, you are exposing the child, and once you expose that child and that child gets infected, that is when you will say, after immunization my child still had tuberculosis. You don't know whether you have exposed that child to that tuberculosis before immunization.
Meanwhile, Nigeria is yet to be declared polio-free by the World Health Organization. Hence, relevance has been placed on parents and guidance to always immunize their children against the 6 child killer diseases to enable them live healthily. Ihoma George, MCL News.
The society is presently plagued with various debilitating illnesses, and one of such is autism. Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a psychological illness which, like so many, is often neglected. MCLtv shed a spotlight on the illness and how it can be managed. The report.
spectrum disorder, simply referred to in the medical profession as autism, is a disturbance in psychological development in which the use of language, reaction to stimuli, interpretation of the world, and the formation of relationships are not fully established and follow unusual patterns. In Nigeria, it is poorly managed due to assumptions that the affected child is seen as being possessed and therefore requires ritual act of driving out the supposed unseen forces from the child. MCL News spoke to a pediatrician who highlighted the symptoms and causes of autism.
It occurs as a result of genetic imbalance associated with some syndromes like Rett syndrome and then Fragile X syndrome and some other mutations that occur in the gene formation as the child is being formed in the womb. It's not caused by anything within the environment, and it has a low incidence. Like the behavioral aspect of it, is like that child that has the neurobehavioral symptoms, has a condition which is characterized by challenges. There are challenges in the social aspect of it, in the form of skills. And the child with autism has that kind of repetitive behavior. They may decide to, if they're going to school, go on the same lane. And anything to change them from that normal way that you have shown them is not going to be accepted.
Dr. Ohamenye further gave insight on how the psychosocial behavior can be managed, advising parents and guardians, institutions and the society to join hands in taking care of the autistic child. She decried the nonchalant attitude of the society and the government towards autistic children.
Some criteria, 3 of them, that needs to be ascertained before you can talk about management. Management starts from the history. A mother or a caregiver will need to know what are those symptoms that you can see in a child, and you now know that that child is reeling from the norms. The social aspect of the communication is lacking. Like I said, this autism can start before 1 year. The majority of them can start between 18 months and 24 months. And you have to detect those clinical symptoms, those signs, those things that were not in other children that can now make you to go to the hospital, the appropriate place to go, so that the diagnosis can be made. And then the management will be done in the hospital and the child will be held to the road.
Research shows that 1 in 160 children have autism. 11.4% of children suffer from ASD in Nigeria as of August 2019 due to lack of early detection and treatment in most Nigerian communities. Amanda Carlo, MCL News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has injected $325.5 million in the retail secondary market intervention sales and CNY 14 million in the sport and short-term force segment of the interbank foreign market. The bank's Director, Corporate Communications, Mr. Isaac Okurafo, made this known in a statement in Abuja on Friday. Okurafo explained that the dollar's intervention was for agricultural machineries and industrial raw materials. He said the Chinese yuan, on the other hand, was for renminbi-denominated letters of credit. Okurafo expressed optimism that the stability in the forex market will be sustained. He assured the genuine foreign exchange users of the commitment of the Apex Bank towards ensuring adequate liquidity in the market. The director disclosed that the bank on Tuesday offered authorized dealers in the wholesale segment of the market the sum of $100 million. According to him, the small and medium enterprises, SMEs, and the visible segment received the sum of $55 million each. Meanwhile, 358 naira was exchanged for a dollar at the Bureau de Change BTC segment of the foreign exchange market. And the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET has predicted prospects of rainfall over most parts of the country on Monday. NIMET's weather outlook on Sunday in Abuja predicted partly cloudy conditions over northern states in the morning hours with prospects of thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening period. It further predicted day and night temperatures of the region to be 30 to 33 degrees Celsius and 21 to 24 degrees Celsius respectively. For central states, cloudy morning is anticipated over the region with chances of thunderstorms over Ilorin, Abuja and Mina as of the morning hours, and later in the day there are prospects of thunderstorms and rain over the region. Day and night temperatures are expected to be 26 to 32 degrees Celsius and 17 to 24 degrees Celsius respectively. Also, according to NIMET, rains are expected over southern states in the morning hours with prospects of thunderstorms and rains in the afternoon and evening hours. The agency predicted day and night temperatures in the region to be 29 to 33 degrees Celsius and 21 to 24 degrees Celsius respectively. A Nigeria state oil firm signed a memorandum of understanding with Russian oil company Lukoil for potential cooperation in oil production, trading and refining, Lukoil said on Thursday. Malakiari, head of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC, signed a memorandum during a visit to the Russian city of Sochi during a Russia-African summit. Comments from NNPC said the company was particularly interested in securing assistance from Russia from oil refining and gas projects, and talks with Gazprom focus on gas infrastructure and development in Nigeria, while the Russian government also expressed interest in building nuclear power plants in Nigeria. High-level talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari raised the possibility of Russia providing support in tackling piracy problems in West Africa. Still to come on MCL News, ISIS names new leader as al-Baghdadi dies, and under 17 FIFA Buhari at least Igles from match win charges team to go for cup. Details of these and more after the break. Please stay with us.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world wey people no go talk. If you chop,
do not urinate in public places.
You no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so one want am. Abi no be so.
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
Welcome back, and get still on to MCL News. Thanks for staying with us. And we shall be joining our online studios for more news. I am MCLtv. Christians have been urged never to despair in difficult moments, but to remain strong and keep faith in God. This was the center of a Sunday homily at Christian Pentecostal Mission Umoki Afara in Umuahia. Preaching on the topic, I will remain strong in adversity, Reverend Goodness Felix says, just as there is a limit to the existence of virtually everything on earth, there is also an expiry date for every difficult situation. The cleric took his text from Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10. The cleric urged the congregation never to kill themselves over any negative condition they might be facing, as God will always show His glory at the end. Citing Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17, he admonished Christians to look out for one another like brethren, as such difficult situations are usually moments to prove true friendship and brotherhood. President Muhammadu Buhari will depart Abuja today for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to attend the third edition of the Future Investment Initiative organized by Saudi's Public Investment Fund. According to a statement by the presidency, the event with the team What's Next for Global Business holds from 29th to 31st October 2019. The summit will focus on three key pillars of sustainable future, technology for good, and advanced society. The three-day event will be held under the patronage of King Salman bin Abdulaziz of Saudi Arabia and chaired by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz. President Buhari will use the occasion to talk about the economic opportunities that abound in Nigeria and the effectiveness of his administration's policies to improve the business environment and invite investors to the country. More than 4,000 delegates from over 90 countries are expected to participate in the event, which will also host 12 workshops on different topics. The president will be accompanied by Governor Babagana Zonu of Borno State, Governor Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi State, and Governor Aminu Masari of Katsina State, among others. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has fixed Wednesday, 30th October 2019, to hear the appeal of the People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar arising from the judgment of the appeal court. Atiku and PDP had formally filed an appeal against the judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal at the Supreme Court. The opposition party is challenging the judgment of the Presidential Election Tribunal, which affirmed the election of President Muhammadu Buhari. According to them, they pleaded and proved the allegation that President Buhari gave false information of a fundamental nature to INEC in aid of his qualification. Atiku and his party therefore asked the Supreme Court to set aside the judgment of the tribunal and grant the prayers sought by them. The People's Democratic Party PDP-led opposition in the House of Representatives picked holes in the 10.33 trillion naira 2020 budget. The legislators insisted that the annual estimate will be subjected to thorough legislative scrutiny to ensure that it reflects the general aspiration of Nigerians. Minority Leader of the House, Mbudi Elumelu, in the statement on Sunday, maintained that though the House had resolved to pass the budget before the end of the year, the details, particularly the capital expenditure items and implementation models, must meet the yearnings of Nigerians before the budget is passed into law. Elumelu assured that the details of the 2.46 trillion naira capital budget must be dissected and adjusted accordingly to plug waste and eliminate budgetary corruption at every stage. The minority leadership directed all opposition members in various committees to ensure strict compliance with the democratic principles of transparency, accountability, and prudence in the budget planning. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has requested for details of money paid to contractors from the $460 million loan obtained in 2010 from China to fund the Abuja closed circuit television contracts. The statement signed by SERAP's Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare stated that the Freedom of Information request was sent to the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed. SERAP also sought disclosure of details of repayment for other Chinese loans for allegedly failed projects between 1999 and 2015, the status of any such projects, and details of local and Chinese contractors involved in the projects. The group further stated that it will take legal action if the requested information is not provided within the next 14 days of the receipt and or publication of the data. SERAP's letter was dated 25th October 2019. And that's our contribution this morning from the Omwa. Now back to you, Wilson, about for the rest of the news. I am Nchetachi Chukwaja. Thank you, Nchetachi. Now for news. Following the death of his erstwhile leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria has named Abdullah Kabash, also known as Hajj Abdullah al-Khafari, as its new leader. Al-Baghdadi died as a result of the United States Special Forces operation in Syria's Idlib province on Sunday. The Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant is also known as Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. It is also officially known as Islamic State and also known by East Arabic language acronym DAESH. Quoting the Newsweek, Sputnik reports that Kabash had earlier been nominated by Baghdadi to run the group's Muslim affairs. Little is known about Kabash other than he is a former Iraqi military officer who once served on the late Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein, the report says. And out of sports, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Golden Eagles of Nigeria for starting the group stages of the 2019 FIFA Under-17 World Cup on a good note by winning their opening match. Nigeria's Under-17 football team won 4-2 over Hungary, signaling their readiness to win the FIFA Championship for what could be an unprecedented sixth time. According to a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, Buhari, in a message to the team, praised the boys for their determination to excel, which they displayed throughout the match, despite the brilliant performance of their European opponents. It was a wonderful display, which I am very proud of, the President remarked. End of quote. The President also assured the national youth team of his continued personal support and that of Nigerians for the entire period of the international tournament. And that is the size of our news package for this morning. But before we go, a recap of our main stories. Poverty. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has affirmed that poverty is one of the enormous challenges facing the nation's democracy. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted prospects of rainfall over most parts of the country on Monday. The Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS, says it will soon introduce categories of visas for the country as part of its visa reform. And in the world of sports, we brought you a report that President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Golden Eagles of Nigeria for starting the group stages of the 2019 FIFA Under-17 World Cup on a good note by winning their opening match. And that was news. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Just stay tuned for Good Morning Ada at 8 and join us at 1 p.m. for our news update. I am Russell Hans. To have a wonderful day.